be using Baltimore playbook. I mean Oakland playbook. 9 times out of 10, he got good shit off of YouTube.
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling.
What?
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Short kick. It's taken at the 23. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over.
Oh, my fucking God, bro.
The 40-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
off looking right. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. Check. Box it. Jumper.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
319. Get 300. Okay, dog. Right there. 319.
Rodgers going to throw.
Let's go, defense.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Go.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
It's just me and you.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 35. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And a give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
All day, defense. All day. Switch.
Snap coming at 1. Now wins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
We own them. Inside.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Man open, that's Damian Rattler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 4.
That's a fucking pick, man. I hate playing niggas like this, bro. I'ma quit, bro. If you gotta keep calling fucking timeout every 2 seconds. Man, this shit ain't that serious, bro.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Rodgers now on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Hey, Charlie.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a first down following a gain of 3. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, pick your game up. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They run with Pumphrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. You're going to get it.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd and goal.
Knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. He's got the first down and more past midfield. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd and goal, Wentz to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Forced out to his left, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And they give this time to the tailback. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
54, right, 54. So don't say nothing.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Keith Kirkwood that time. 3rd down here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Go. 180. Here we go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense. First time to touch the ball in quarter 3. And we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, what's the ball?
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Green 18. Back north.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Go, go.
Go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Come up the ball. 50.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the Packers' 40-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 120.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun. Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Wentz to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard.
Oh, my God.
Go! Let's go!
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They come out here in the I. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there with time running out. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season.
I just got cheated, bro. It was 3rd down. They gave me a fucking pass interference to get this nigga the game, bro.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Here we go, here we go. 180! I got it. Look at that!
One final try now for Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Green Bay, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.
How did nigga get a pass interference call and he threw the ball out of bounds?
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Gon' want revenge, somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, A floor, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your kids got expensive habits. I know what they think, they don't even gotta say it. Nope, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta